Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Fall Convocation 2007 at Wilfrid Laurier University. The ceremony will begin in a few moments when the graduating students enter the arena. Please remain seated while the students are entering. The marches used for the entrance of the graduating students were written and named in honor of Sir Wilfrid Laurier at the time of his first inauguration as Prime Minister of Canada. When all students have taken their places, there will be a brief pause. Then the musicians will strike up a special fanfare, and the officers and faculty of the university will enter and take their places here on the platform. Please rise and remain standing when the official party enters the arena. I would also like to draw your attention to the 4 exits that are located at the top sides of the arena. If it becomes necessary to clear the arena during the ceremony, the student ushers will assist you to these exits. We trust that you will enjoy our convocation ceremony.
Good afternoon, everyone. Please be seated. Nothing painful is about to take place. My name is Bob Ray. I'm the Chancellor of the University. Some of you may know me by another epithet, but I hope you can keep that to yourself this afternoon. I want to assure all of you who've seen the Mercer program that underneath this robe, I'm fully clothed. I know that comes as a particular disappointment to the people who are sitting behind me. I want to offer my most sincere congratulations to all of you in the graduating class. I know you'll be very sorry to learn that I'm actually not one of the keynote speakers this afternoon. We'll be hearing from a very distinguished graduate of the university and someone whose career has been really truly remarkable. You'll be hearing more about it. I'm referring, of course, to Mr. Alain Gross, who's about to become Dr. Alain Gross. And we're very pleased to have him with us, and many members of his family as well as many friends. We're extremely proud to have him with us this afternoon. We'll be hearing from him, and we'll be hearing a citation about him. We'll also be hearing from our new president, who I'm asking to welcome. This is his second convocation, but I'm sure he'd appreciate a warm Laurier welcome as our new president. The members of the class will, of course, have been through university and grown up with Dr. Rosart, who was our president. But as in many walks of life, things change. And we now have a new president who's going to be doing a wonderful job for us. And we're really very proud, not only that we've chosen him, but that he's chosen us. For that, we're very grateful. As I said, I'm not supposed to say anything particularly important. In fact, it just says here, optional additional remarks by the Chancellor in my notes. My speechwriter seemed to have forgotten what it is to put down. But I just want to say one word to this class. When you hear about the career of our distinguished honorary graduate, you will perhaps reflect on the level and extent of his success. And this is a moment where we're all celebrating your considerable success, for which we congratulate each and every one of you for your achievements. You know, life is full of people who were born on third base and think they hit a triple. Words that perhaps are most meaningful of this week of all weeks, as a few of us at least are watching the World Series with great regularity. But most people were not born on third base. Most people have to struggle and work hard for what they've achieved, and you have to do that. You're here by dint of your own hard work. You're also here by dint of the hard work and support of your many parents and your teachers, and of a great many people who have made a big difference in your lives. I'm reminded of the words of Paulo Coelho, the Brazilian writer, who wrote a wonderful little tale called The Alchemist, which sort of like Le Petit Prince or Golden Louis, or one of those short novels that you're required to read in high school. You think about what they mean and what their importance to you is. Paulo Coelho said something that's always stuck with me. If you've known anything of my political life, you'll know why this is important to me. He said, the key to life is to fall down 7 times and get up 8 times. And that really is the key to life. You are here by virtue of your hard work and your success. I hesitate to be a bit of a downer, even momentarily, by saying not every day ahead of you will be a great success. You will encounter great difficulties. You will encounter great challenges. You will even, from time to time, fail. Words you don't want to hear on your graduation, but it's true. I only ask you to keep your eye on the long term and recognize what it is that allows people to succeed. It's not the absence of failure. It's the ability to get through it and then to succeed. To get knocked down, as we all of us are, 7 times and get up 8. It's getting up the last time that is the meaning of life. So if you remember that, even for 5 minutes after graduation, I will have succeeded. We're also here to recognize 2 wonderful teachers. You'll be hearing from Vice President of Academics, who worked about Great teachers, people who made a great difference in our lives and who make a great difference in the life of the university, of whom we are very, very proud, and we're very proud to honor them and to recognize them. You will find in life that the greatest gift you can give to others is the gift of teaching, the ability to share experiences and help other people to learn. That's a wonderful, wonderful profession. It's a great vocation. I hope that each one of you has a little bit of that vocation in you. Good luck to you all. And now, as they say, let the games begin. Congratulations.
We give thanks with joy for this great celebration of our academic achievements. We celebrate the truth of free inquiry and the wisdom that Wilfrid Laurier University has given us to face our futures with boldness and hope. Let us make good use of our studies so that the beauty of the earth flourishes, the peace of nations advance, and the well-being of all peoples is served in the celebration of the rich diversity.
Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, colleagues, and honored guests. In 1988, Wilfrid Laurier University created the position of University Research Professor. This is one of the highest honors the university has to bestow on one of its colleagues. The purpose of the award is to recognize the contributions and achievements of our faculty in research and scholarship. The award gives the recipients a one-year leave from teaching and administrative responsibilities to pursue new scholarly endeavors. Today, we will honor Dr. Philip Servos of the Department of Psychology as the Wilfrid Laurier University Research Professor for 2007-2008. Professor Servos works in the area of cognitive neuroscience. His research explores the relationship between how our senses perceive the world our brains interpret those sensations. While cognitive neuroscience has always been of interest to psychologists, it was not until the 1990s, with the advent and increased availability of neural scanning technology, that significant progress took place. Previously, to investigate how the brain functioned, researchers had to resort to the use of neural implants and other invasive techniques. Non-invasive brain imaging techniques such as fMRI machines and transcranial magnetic stimulation have literally transformed that field. Professor Servos' work uses advanced scanning imagery to focus on how the brain integrates multiple sensory inputs. The specific question we will be investigating over the coming year is, where in the brain is information about the appearance and tactile properties of objects brought into a single representation? Philip's work focuses on basic science. Understanding how our brains process sensory inputs is a very worthwhile endeavor. However, the value of this work goes well beyond the desire to understand how we as human beings function. The insights provided by Professor Servos' work have the potential to develop better rehabilitation strategies for people with brain injuries. For example, if a stroke causes a person to lose the ability to see, we can develop better methods to train the touch system to compensate for that lack of function. A similar approach can be used to help children with developmental disorders, where their touch or their vision is compromised. Professor Servos is one of a small group of researchers in cognitive neuroscience at Laurier and elsewhere, who are taking Canada to the forefront in this field. His research is receiving worldwide recognition and is appearing in the top journals. His work has been presented at many international conferences, and, if this is a true science success, is even being highlighted in popular press. Graduates, guests, academic colleagues, please join me in congratulating Professor Philip Servos as he receives his citation to commemorate his appointment as our current University Research Professor.
Mr. Chancellor, thank you for your very kind words of welcome, and welcome to all of you here today. My name is Max Bob, President and Vice Chancellor of Wilfrid Laurier University. Today is a celebration of accomplishment, and we begin the celebration certainly with Dr. Servos, and next with Mr. Ross at this point. It is my great pleasure and honor to present Alan Shelley Ross.
Ladies and gentlemen, today Wilfrid Laurier University acknowledges the significant contributions of one of its graduates by honoring Mr. Alan Shelley Ross for the developmental and in many ways pioneering work that he accomplished as a social worker, business person, educator, and community member. Alan Ross is a native of Kitchener, born here in 1951. He graduated from University of WLU in 1974 with a bachelor's degree in psychology. He furthered his education at Laurier's Faculty of Social Work, earning the MSW degree in 1976. He pursued postgraduate professional educational opportunities at the University of Toronto as well. He began his professional career as a marriage and family therapist. Soon after that, he was offered appointments at both Laurier's Faculty of Social Work and the University of WLU's Renison College to teach family practice courses. In 1981, he established Family Guidance International, simply known by the acronym FGI. The mission of this organization was to assist people in maximizing their potentials to increase their effectiveness in their personal, family, and workplace lives. He brought a tenable system of practice to this endeavor by applying systems theory to practice. His application of systems theory in practice enabled him to reach out to diverse people needing assistance with problems such as children receiving treatment for emotional, sexual, and/or physical abuse, families engaged in global relocation, and organizations struggling with human and corporate staffing issues. In his career, Mr. Ross has consulted with hundreds of public and private organizations throughout the world. Some of these include Chrysler Corporation, Dalhousie University, the University of Toronto, the Royal Bank of Canada, Babcock & Wilcox, Procter & Gamble, Brinks Canada, and numerous hospitals and treatment centers. He has lectured in social work and business faculties in various universities in North America, Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. Mr. Ross has authored 29 articles in a book entitled Family Therapy, a Recursive Model of Strategic Practice. In 2006, FGI was sold, and Mr. Ross became the chairperson of the board of a prodigious service provider known simply today as Chappelle FGI. This new organization worldwide works with over 6,000 corporations, has more than 1,000 full-time employees, and has 4,800 professional associates delivering services in over 100 countries. It is committed to the core principles introduced by Mr. Ross back in 1981, to provide the highest level of professional services in the three spheres of mental, social, and physical health and well-being, and to assist people to achieve their potentials. Mr. Ross and his chosen life work demonstrates an excellent and significant contribution to professional social work through his critical analysis of contemporary practices and social issues. Through his clear thinking, he has developed an important professional practice model. I believe that Mr. Ross is a notable leader in our profession and is a meritorious candidate for this honor. Mr. Chancellor, I'm instructed by the Senate of the University to request you to admit to the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, Alan Shelley Ross.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor, I hereby admit Alan Shelley Ross to the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
This is indeed a day of celebration, and Dr. Ross clearly has demonstrated his accomplishments in life. It is now our turn to hear wisdom from him. I have the honor to request Dr. Alan Shelley Ross to address the convocation.
Thank God the hat came off. Mr. Chancellor, Bob Ray, Board Representatives, Mr. President, Vice Chancellor, Dr. Max Mao, faculty, graduates, family, and friends. It is a great honor to be here as a proud graduate of this amazing university. Let me be among the first to congratulate our graduates today. Your accomplishment is something to be proud of and to cherish. However, your success here today is not yours alone. Your families are feeling one thing: relief. And let me add, pride and joy. Congratulations to all. I would like to thank the faculty of this university and their contribution to our learning, research, and commitment to dedicated teaching. You helped lay the adult foundation for these men and women. Thank you. Believe it or not, depending on how young I look right now, 32 years ago, I attended the Laurier MSW program. And post-graduation, my objective was to become a great therapist. The foundation for my vision was planted here at Laurier. The professional values of excellence, innovation, caring, and accountability were established by my professors and mentors. On my first field placement, I was referred a case of a woman who had many problems, including a fear of flying. I developed a treatment plan, which included the incorporation of hypnotherapy. No social worker in our program had ever done this before. My supervisor, Luke Fusco, the former dean of social work, without hesitation supported this treatment plan. He had to get approvals from the dean of social work, Laurier's legal department, and provide supervision of my work. Luke went the extra mile to help a client in need, to help a graduate student learn, and show how important creativity and empowerment is in our profession. Not only did he impress me as a role model, he believed that you do what you need to do and paved the way by removing all obstacles. I have never forgotten that experience. Thank you. I would like to further share some of my life's observations with you. First, I was extremely lucky to go to work every day and enjoy every moment. I wish this for all of you. I was able to learn something each day, and when there was an opportunity to be seized, whether it was career-based or family-based, I took it. Time with my children and attending all their sporting events and dance competitions, or building new portions of the business, Those are the times that enriched my life the most, and I felt great accomplishment. To accomplish something extraordinary in your life, follow your passion, focus on your dreams, and let no one dissuade you. Follow paths that are tried and true, but do not be afraid to forge new paths or worry about what friends or colleagues think. No matter what you do, you will be praised by some and criticized by others. Imagine in my own situation, becoming a businessman with an MSW. What a strange mix that was. But I saw an opportunity, and that was to apply systems theory to behavioral health and social issues in the Canadian and global workplace. It was clear there was a benefit to employers to maintain their employees' mental health. These problems were dramatically impacting workplace absence and productivity. At the time, the public sector was not well funded. I went to corporate Canada to discover they did not want to be involved in mental health. Making a long story short, 32 years later, the private sector funds the majority of outpatient mental health services by way of employee assistance programs. 32 years ago, it was taboo to talk about going for counseling. Today, it is part of the mainstream. Our organization alone treated over 250,000 individuals and their families this past year. That does not include the work of the public sector agencies. One thing, if you do innovate and go on your own path, it will be tough. You will be criticized and will feel self-doubt often. I did. But I couldn't allow the word quit to come into my mind. I continued to pursue my vision and what I believed in. As a result, my colleagues and I had unbelievable experiences. We delivered critical incident stress debriefing in Turkey to the survivors of earthquakes. We debriefed hostage takings in Colombia and Cuba. We worked with the survivors of suicide bombings in Tel Aviv. And the work that I was proudest of was leading 47 Canadian debriefers to New York City during 9/11. We conducted over 3,000 debriefings in 3.5 weeks. We were the only foreign contingent allowed to cross the sealed borders of Canada and the United States during 9/11. I couldn't have been prouder of our people and our work in this frightening period of our lives. In addition, because of the quality and the innovation of our professional services, we were able to deliver them in 100 countries. This made me proud as a professional social worker, a businessman, and a Canadian. Much of what was accomplished was because the times and the environment lent itself to these accomplishments. As you get older, you realize that events in life can completely change one's direction. And I would like to share one of these experiences because of its impact on me being here today. It was by pure chance that my father and mother, David and Eva Ross, landed in Kitchener. Prior to the Second World War, both of my parents lived full and meaningful lives in Poland. Both were married. My father had 4 children, my mother with 2, and both of them had their lives torn apart by the war and the Nazi persecution of Jews in Europe. Both lost their parents, spouses, and children in concentration camps. After the war, Canada agreed to take immigrants, and my parents were among those who proved to come to this great country. My parents had every reason to be cynical and bitter about what they had gone through.
yet they married, learned how to speak English, built twin city bakeries right here in Kitchener, had a child, me, and imbued that child with a sense of optimism and hope and the belief that he could do anything. They made things happen for themselves and for me. Their story is a story of hope, perseverance, and courage. Traits that you will all need at some point in your life. I share this story because some of you may be somewhat cynical about our world. And to underline what Chancellor Ray said, do not allow apathy or fear or insecurity to govern your future. If you take the wrong turn in life, don't worry. Pathways are infinite. Don't be afraid to fall down. Make a mess occasionally. Know that you can pick yourself up and dust yourself off and move along. And those of you that think that the world is a messed up place, you're right. But it's not as messed up as you think. And you can impact it, or at least surpass my generation in trying to make it better. Frankly, we left a lot for you to do. Remember that our world is filled with people eager to tell us that the things we want to do are impossible. You need to listen to your own voice and trust yourself, knowing that you will contribute something of value. Remember, in life no one grades you, and you are your only judge. So find something that you love to do, then commit to do it really well. I chased my dreams, and I still have many left to pursue. I hope that each of you will chase your dreams. Dream impossible dreams, then make them reality. Leave a legacy. I am so deeply touched and moved to receive this honorary doctorate. I share it today with my late mother and father for their love and unwavering support for everything I did. Additionally, this degree is a tribute and honor to all my work colleagues that built FGI work, many of whom are here today. They believed in a vision, believed in a mission, and made it happen. This honorary degree is their honor as well. I want to thank my wife, Pania, my children, David and Taryn. David, I pay attention. Adi, Jonathan, and Abby for their love and their support throughout my adult life. In closing, I feel so privileged to share this special time with you and to accept with appreciation this honorary degree. Good luck, graduates, and remember one thing. If you can't find a way, make one. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ross. Graduates, there's no question there's a great deal to learn in Dr. Ross's speech to us and his life experience and his accomplishments. It is a privilege and an honor to welcome you into our convocation, Dr. Ross. A few words from me now, and some of the things that I'm going to touch on briefly have already been expressed both by the Chancellor and by Dr. Ross. But I begin by first addressing graduates, mothers, fathers, spouses, partners, stepmothers, stepfathers, grandmothers, grandfathers, sisters, brothers, aunts, uncles, sons and daughters, and all other family members and friends and graduates who honor us with your presence. Thank you for being here and welcome to Convocation. This event marks an occasion for great celebration for our graduates. It marks the successful conclusion to your formal course of studies and it provides you with a very important credential, your degree, that will open so very many doors in the years to come. Congratulations to you all. Graduates, this is also an occasion for contemplation. You are at a new beginning in your lives. There are fresh horizons to be explored. For some of you, this may be the end of engagement in formal studies. But I certainly hope and I expect that it will not be the end of the passion for learning nor engagement in learning. For others of you, this is only the end of the first step in formal learning. For those of you who aspire to graduate degrees or other post-secondary education, please accept our best wishes for good luck. I know that Laurier will have prepared you well. In fact, that statement is true, irrespective of whether you go on for further studies or not. Let's take a moment to remember that none of you got to this point entirely by yourselves. No matter how brilliant you are or how hard you have worked, it is at least in some measure the love and the support of the people assembled here, and many more who could not be here with us today, that has enabled your achievement. Pause to think of the people who raised you and who loved you, who endured your adolescence and other moments of temporary emotional turmoil, who instilled values of integrity, hard work, ambition, and passion in leading your lives to achieve the best that you can be. I am convinced that students learn more outside the classroom than in it, and this is not a comment to diminish the talent or skills of our professors. It simply recognizes that much of learning is done through discussion, through argument, debate, reflection with friends and family, with classmates, with lab partners, indeed with the many people with whom we interact on a daily basis at Laurier. Be grateful for your friends and your classmates. Thank them for what you've done here today. Let us also think for a moment of the faculty members who have served you so very well. What a fabulously committed and talented group they are. We all need guidance in our lives, and I'm sure that you've been served well by the learning leadership that your faculty members have provided to you. If my experience is any guidance, you will appreciate the truth of this more as time goes by. The lessons of learning are often appreciated fully only at some distance in time from the learning itself. It is now time for the moment you have all been waiting for and working toward, the conferring of degrees and diplomas. I ask that Dr. Sue Horton, our Vice President Academic, now lead us through this part of the ceremony. Thank you all.
Will the candidates for degrees please rise? Mr. Chancellor, I have great pleasure in presenting the candidates who, having successfully completed the studies prescribed and fulfilled the conditions thereto appointed, have been recommended for degrees by the Senate of the University.
In accordance with the laws of the province of Ontario and by virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor, I admit you to the degrees that shall be announced by the public orders. So it's now official. Congratulations.
Please be seated.
In order to recognize the solemn nature of this event for all the students involved, the University asks that parents and friends of the students participating in the ceremony hold their applause until all members may be admitted to each degree and left the stage. Students are asked to remain in their seats until all fellow graduates have received their degrees and convocations completed. Mr. Chancellor, I am pleased to present the following from the Faculty of Graduate Studies for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in History. James Arthur Wood, recipient of the Graduate Gold Medal for the Doctor of Philosophy Arts and recipient of the Governor General's Academic Gold Medal. Mr. Chancellor, I am pleased to present the following from the Faculty of Graduate Studies for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Philosophy. Andreea WLU. Mr. Chancellor, I am pleased to present the following from the Faculty of Graduate Studies for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Psychology, Sean Curtis Cameron. Shanna Reyna, recipient of the Graduate Gold Medal for the Doctor of Philosophy Science. Mr. Chancellor, I am pleased to present the following from the Faculty of Graduate Studies for the Doctor of Philosophy in Social Work. Catherine Claire DeWer, recipient of the Graduate Gold Medal for the Doctor of Philosophy, Social Work. Mr. Chancellor, this ends the list of those presented for doctoral degrees from the Faculty of Graduate Studies. Chancellor, I am pleased to present the following for the degree of Master of Arts from the Faculty of Arts. Megan Claire Krause. Jason Horeliak. Lindsay Ann Woodside. Farzana Afreen Krapa. Christine Elizabeth Lepard. Catherine McGowan, recipient of the Graduate Gold Medal for Master's Level Arts. Vanessa Dawn McCacken. Nicholas Stewart Must. Matthew Sims. Joseph George Buniak. Brianne Alicia Carter. Ari Tegan. Caitlin Mackenzie Kelly. Alexandra Sophie Lucy Lyon. Shannon Bako. Paul Yasser. Andreea WLU. William Rory Dixon.